Hello everyone, this is Liang Tang. How are you doing? The Octane Heirloom Recolor version was released now. Do you have a plan to get it in the game? Since I have made some of the most attractive Octane Heirloom replicas, a lot of my fans have requested me to make a replica of the Octane Heirloom Recolor one. In this video, I will take you all back through the Octane Heirlooms I have made and outline my plan for the Octane Heirloom Recolor one. On this sheaf are the various versions of Octane Heirlooms I have made. Take a look at the first one. It's a completely unpainted model. Through this model, you can see the raw material I used to make it. It's metal. I mainly do metal handicrafts. The craftsmanship is similar to 3D printing. The biggest difference is what I use are metal materials. Unlike many makers who make plastic Octane Heirlooms, the Octane Heirlooms I made are all made of metal. This is one of the biggest features of my craft. It's around 3 years ago, I received an email from one of my fans. He told me that maybe I should do the Octane Heirloom from Epics. So I checked the Octane Heirloom and found it a fantastic butterfly life. I have to make it. But since this is the first time I make the Octane Heirloom and a butterfly life, I don't have much experience. At that time, I have 3 main goals. The first, make one of the most detailed Octane Heirloom on the market, which can restore the game design as much as possible. The second, make a removable needle, so we can use it to do some tricks. Third, make a 1:1 scale Octane balisong with metal material. After a series of efforts, I finally made the first version of my Octane Heirloom replica in the July of 2021. Compared with the Octane Heirlooms on the market, it's not only entirely made of metal, but also has very delicate textures. The proportion of this heirloom is very correct. It's not as small as some cheap metal one, nor as big as some plastic Octane Heirloom. Therefore, it's very popular on the market and sold out at the first week it's launched. Even the first version sold very well. Looking back now, it still has many shortcomings. The biggest shortcoming is the painting job of the handle. Since I don't have played the game at that time, I painted the handles a kind of light green. It looks much lighter than the game design. The screws I used was cross screws, which are not the same as the game design. Since I don't have the skill to make a detectable needle, I decided to make a removable needle, so we can use it to do some tricks. But how to fix the needle when necessary is a problem. I finally decided to open a hole at the side of this syringe part and use a small Allen wrench to screw in a very small screw to fix the needle. But this also turned to be a potential problem because the small screw and Allen wrench always get lost during transportation. Even though the first version has this and that shortcomings, most people who bought it still gave it a very high price. That encouraged me to upgrade it to the second version. This is one of the second version. Firstly, I adjusted the paint of the handles. It's much darker now. The needle of the syringe part is also changed from all green to only the top is green. As for the screws, I used hexagon screws now. It looks much better. And one day, when a customer complained to me he had lost this small screw and Allen wrench, for fixing the needle, I suddenly realized, why don't I make the needle itself a screw? Then it has a neater designed needle to screw the needle into the syringe part. Now we don't need to worry about the small screws. It's not necessary now. Finally, to make it look much cooler during the night, I applied luminous coating on the Octane Heirloom tube. In this way, when the players sit in the room and play the game during the night, it will also glow in the dark. The second version, obviously, received more affirmation. Even some professional Butterfly Life flipping players has emailed me and requested for a review video. In this video, they have used it to do some complex tricks and even restored the inspection animation in the game. Honestly, I don't think the Octane Heirloom has a good design for flipping, but the skills of those players are impeccable. The second version of my Octane Heirlooms are widely prized, but it's still not enough to meet the demand of my customers. More and more people want a real liquid Octane Heirloom. So I started to make the third version. I think the Octane is holding a real glass tube balisong in the game, but I don't plan to make a real glass tube one, because the glass tube is too dangerous. No balisong flipping master can guarantee it will never fall on the ground, and when the glass tube falls on the ground, it might break. So I started to looking for some alternative materials. In the end, I found that the acrylic tube is not only as clear as the glass tube, but also much safer. It won't easily break, and when it breaks, it's not so dangerous. The only problem is there is no ready-made acrylic tube. I need to make them myself. That requires to purchase the correct diameter acrylic tube and hand process the both ends myself. I need to stick one of the cover with the tube, then add the liquid, and then gluing the other end. As for the liquid, I can really add Octane into the liquid tube, so I have to make some alternative green liquid. After trying dozens of materials, I finally found a kind of food coloring pigment. Mixing it with oil and another kind of food glitter, it turns to be a shining green liquid. This green liquid looks mystery and dangerous. That's what I'm looking for. After solving the problem of liquid tube, I finally made the Octane Heirloom third version. This version was both shared and reviewed by more people. The review video from professional balisong flipping community gets over millions of views on YouTube. That attracted more people's attention. When players get their hands on such a fantastic game balisong, they become as excited as the Octane. A lot of people have shared their praise of the Octane Heirloom third version. It becomes the best-selling version on the market. To meet the demand of some customers who want a golden Octane Heirloom, I made some limited quantity version. It's golden plated, which makes it look very gorgeous. There are still a few units on my website, since some customer has complained to me that the liquid tube of the Octane Heirloom was broken during transportation. I have upgraded the package from cardbox to a gift carton. The sponge liner inside the box will protect the Octane Heirloom from scratches and protect the liquid tube from breaking. I have also added a small screwdriver so players can use it to freely adjust the tightness of the screws. The new package is released. You can buy it on my website. The price is still the same, and the old package version is on sale now. Finally, we come to the last part of this video. The Octane Heirloom Recolor one is very attractive in my mind, so I have already started this project. The final product is still in production. I will show it to you in another video. Let's say it will be another metal liquid tube Octane Heirloom with many improvements based on the many versions I have made. And anyone who interested in this replica can pre-order it now. I will put the pre-order link in the video description. More details of this project will be updated on my social media, so please keep following me. Anyone who has suggestions about the features they want to see on this new handicrafts can tell me in this comment section. I will try my best to satisfy your demand. That's all of this video. Thanks for watching. See you the next time.